Everybody, welcome back to another GitGud stream. We're going to be doing some pretty solid Overwatch gaming today. You are hosted by your lovely HydroSapphii, as well as, I believe, our lovely MemoriiSpace. Call her Spacey, call me Sapphii, you know, just kind of, or Hydro. Sorry, I normally go by Hydro. I don't know why I said Sapphii. Other than that, though, I hope that everyone is excited for our Rejects versus Catnappers show match today. We're going to be in for a very, very good match. Space, is there any players that you're excited to see today?
I am just excited for our format, to be honest. I mean, we're going to be having 4 of the new heroes in every comp. I mean, that is quite restrictive. We are in 6v6, but some of these new heroes are going to shake up just the games entirely. It looks like we have several cat players. I mean, it looks like I Can Shoot can play cat, along with several other people also being quite good. I mean, Haywire I'm excited to see on the cat, and just the support lines in general from the Rejects.
Gosh, I'm ready for some Jetpack Cat 1v1s, but yeah, I think it's time to... I'm excited to get into our, you know, we're looking at like Reboot on the tank, we're looking at Velo on the tank, like, oh my god. I don't know why Velo has such a fascination with Doomfist, but like I do want to see it at some point if possible. I also really want to see Shoots Junkrat. Shoots Junkrat is a sight to behold. I'm ready for it. I gotta see some rat today. I know that we're gonna have 4 heroes that are new, but that rat has to come out.
I am sure we'll get the rat at some point today, along with the Doom. I mean, we still have, with us being 6v6, we still have other options, even with the restrictions that we are running. And I don't think Shoot would give us an entire match without letting the rat shine once, at least.
Yeah. All right. I'm ready to go and look at the Catnappers now, honestly. Catnappers really definitely should, like, get some attention. And I think that, honestly, I'm ready to see some Tiki Totem Mayhem. That guy, I don't know. He's a little rat. I'm ready to watch them do their thing, you know? I haven't seen Bree Prepare to Die play before, so I'm kind of excited to see a new player, especially someone who seems to specialize in Mercy, possibly pick up something like Jetpack Cat or even Mizuki.
I mean, the movement that you can do with the Jetpack Cat, it is crazy. It is stuff never seen before in this game, and I am also unfamiliar with Bree, unfortunately, but I mean, Mercy mains are already so impressive with movement. It will be fascinating to see what a Mercy player can do on this new hero. Along with Tiki and Beatlord in general, it's looking like we're going to hopefully see some very fast brawls, which will be very interesting if we do end up seeing the Doom from Velo.
And it looks like we're going to be going straight into Lijiang here. I will say that as we're transitioning into the map, there were 2 players that weren't shown on those screens. Pyroja over on, I believe it's the Catnappers, and Haywire over on the Rejects. I'm excited to see their plays as well. It's going to be such a good match today. Lijiang Tower, I think we're going to get, how much you want to bet that we're going to see a Jetpack Cat Pharah Mercy? I feel like that would be really funny.
That would
we
be...
can't do that. We can't do that because there's only 1 new tank, huh?
Well, I don't know.
Well, wait, it's 66.
I'm sure
I'm sure
we will see many flyers in this match, and I mean, Lijiang is personally probably my favorite map in the game.
Now arriving at
This map has
Lijiang's
so many
tower.
options for so many different comps you can run. You can really do whatever you want on it, especially on the 3 different points. So yeah, and I believe we can't just run the 1 tank, so I think we could see the triple fire or even quadruple fire.
We could see so many flyers. Honestly, I would be ecstatic to see like a Jetpack Cat pharmacy with like Onron, Mizuki, Emery, and then it's gonna be so interesting. It's gonna be so interesting. And as you can see, we're gonna be getting double tanks from the Catnappers, and the rejects are gonna have, I think, yeah, 2 tanks still. We shoot on the Domina. Ooh, wait, Reboot's on the Cats, and Bree's on the Cat. Ooh, the 2 girlies are gonna be fighting like cats.
This is going to be such an exciting match. I mean, like, the double barrier is just back.
It really is. It really is. The double barrier is so strong. It's so strong. And Reboot's getting active.
We're already seeing the Cat make massive plays.
Yeah, the Cat
Queen
takes so much space with that. And just gets to live! They just get to live! And they're gonna find B-board so early with that hack. That hack was just chef's kiss. Oh, but Vestrin goes down to Tiki. We're probably gonna be looking at a quick engage from Velo here. Look, I believe that was a whoa. Wait, 2 picks from Team 1. Or sorry, Team 2. Sorry, my brain is fried.
I mean, with that Jetpack Cat, I mean, you don't even need the speed. The speed for your queen, it's like almost a necessity, but like Velo just got in there immediately and just has stayed on the front line.
Yeah, he just gets to exist at the moment because whether he has the taxi or not, he can get that taxi out as well.
I mean, just being able to get in without using any of your cooldowns as queen, it's such an insane advantage. And the boop coming from the Cat.
The override protocol is taking place. We find Sneaky Totem pretty early. And we almost got a catnap out of the way, but it looks like Bree died too early. And it looks like the rejects are, or not the rejects, the catnappers are actually gonna win that fight.
That'll help.
Right?
It's so scrappy.
That was really scrappy. They were in, I could have sworn they were in the lead.
They honestly, it's just hard to tell.
Oh, it looks like we're getting really creative with the taxi right there. Is that Hyroja and Bree going all the way around? Override coming out from Shippy with the Stigma ult from Hyroja.
What an ult from Shippy.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, the colors completely messed me up on my side.
The colors are definitely an adjustment on my end. I am trying to get used to the name still.
Yeah.
Now that we have the chokehold from the double barrier, it's going to be very interesting to see how they get back into this fight with either Velo getting taxied, or they're just going off to the side entirely, bypassing the double barrier.
Wait, they're just taking servers.
That's such a good play.
Yeah, I can't lie. Taking servers here is going to be a really good play because you just get to ignore those barriers. But I don't think it matters because Shippy and Tiki just get to roll the entire room with Pyroja and Bree.
The aggression from Pyroja was so well timed there. Being able to stop that rotation in like mid tracks, it's just a necessity. Like if you let them get the rotate off, they will just take you point, and you will be forced into their space.
Yeah. And we're coming up on more ults here from the Catnappers. With a massive counter to EMP from the rejects. I think the rejects might actually be able to take this fight just barely, especially if they get this Tweedle off and find picks with it. But it doesn't matter. The Tweedle just doesn't get enough value.
The disengage from rejects here was just so well timed.
It really was. And Rejects even have... Wait, no. The Catnappers have 5 ults here. I don't think they can be stopped. I think they are in too good a spot.
They like... Oh yeah, my apologies. The Catnappers disengaged. They were able to disengage that with using very minimum ults, which puts them in such a good spot for this fight.
And it looks like the Catnappers are just completely rolling this fight right now. Even with the confidence that the Rejects have here in their abilities to try to win these fights. And even... Whoa, wait, shoot? Managing to dodge the Catnap. Doesn't matter, though.
Round 1 goes to...
Round 1 goes to the Catnappers, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Catnapper's looking mighty more confident here. I am a little interested to see what's gonna happen because Tiki and Shippy are pretty good and confident DPS here that are gonna be able to just take angles, pressure people out.
We're gonna see the Flying Ryan.
It's gonna be really important that what are you thinking? I'm thinking the Rejects are gonna really need to exploit someone's weakness here.
I mean, the Rejects were doing such a good job at getting in and using the aggression for the Queen, but the disengagement from Catnappers was just spot on every time. They're going to need to bait the Catnappers disengage and maybe like take bigger angles.
Honestly, I can definitely agree with you here. Oh, and Veteran gets found early. Rejects down immediately, but Beatlord found right here means that the Catnappers don't have a play here.
Reboot going down is going to be hard to recover from, though. They can just wait out this fight. I mean, Villa's just doing work on this angle here.
Did you notice that Jude had made the swap to Jetpack Cat? I hadn't.
I did not.
I'm not gonna lie. I think Jude swapping to Jetpack Cat might be the difference maker here. He's a very confident Jetpack Cat player so far. I say as he dies.
Domina is so strong on this point here. Like, once you have your position as Domina, if you can keep it, it's so powerful.
I also just realized that the Rejects aren't actually running Domina anymore. They're running solo tanks so they can play with both of the new supports, which I've heard a lot of people are saying is the worst support line to come out together.
Really?
People don't like Jetpack Cat and Mizuki together because most of Mizuki's heals come from AoE.
I definitely understand that, but I think they're just strong supports in general. And I mean, with Fellow just going in here, looks a little bit too fast. But I mean, they did get the Domina ult out, and that is one of the strongest ults in the game right now.
I think Bella's getting a little inty here, and Shu's getting a bit creative. It's possible that this map might be a wash here. With 5 ults on the line. I don't know.
It'll definitely be hard to recover from, but they are coming. The Rejects are coming up on their own ult as well here. They have many of them. They're just going to be able to need to get to point.
That is 3 kills from Catnappers though. And I think that's just going to be the end of this map.
And
in the right hands, I think the playmaker here was very much so that dominant on-run from DP. Wait, is there a stall coming in? Bella might have to play the sentry.
Never trust it's over until it's over.
It's hard to tell. Sometimes these games, they get so close to being over, and then there's just that last second touch.
I mean, yeah, no, that was so chaotic, and especially with the 6v6 and all the new heroes just make the game so fast-paced.
It's insanely fast compared to what it used to be. I think one thing that I just forgot to mention throughout the entirety of that map was that Shippy on the Emery, he just had so much ability to pressure that enemy right there. Like, sure, we saw it in just the play of the game, but while I was seeing most of the on-run play, I hadn't even thought about how much constant pressure we're getting from Emery right there.
Emre is a very interesting hero in my opinion. He feels so strong, but not in the sense that all of the other heroes are strong. A lot of the new heroes, like Jetpack Cat, fundamentally changed the game, but which Emre doesn't quite do. But he just provides such constant pressure, kind of like that soldier, but just more versatility somehow. It's sometimes hard to notice without like it's all, but he is just constantly putting damage in.
Well, I do believe we're going to be going to a quick ad rate now that we got that map going. So we don't want y'all to miss anything out while we're doing that ad break. But I lied. We're never doing an ad break. Not really.
Who likes ads?
I don't like ads. I don't want them here. I really don't want them here. So I believe we'll be going to the next map soon. I'm kind of excited to see what the map pick is going to be, especially since we're going to be getting some hero. I think we're doing hero bans still.
I do believe that was something we're doing. I don't think we mentioned it, but Zarya was banned that match. Or game.
Gotcha. Well, that's very good. That is very good. By the way, I think we are in an ad.
Are we in an ad?
I literally am watching an ad on my right screen.
I'm watching one on... I'm at 209.
It looks like we'll be going to King's Row, though, for our next map.
I'm excited to go to King's Row. As much as I genuinely am a little bit upset with I play the same maps, I make the same jokes, I say the same insults. Don't get me wrong, King's Row is a classic map. It's a pretty solid one. Everyone knows how to play this map. If we're going to see any good Overwatch gameplay today, which we already saw some pretty solid, then we're going to see a fantastic game today on King's Row.
I mean, it is King's Row. It is a map picked almost every match that it's played in tournaments or even just in scrims. It's a classic for a reason. It can get old, but I still love this map. It has a special place in my heart. And especially from the brawl, I mean, we saw Velo forcing the queen there. I don't know if we'll be seeing that more, but we'll definitely have some creative plays with Onron on this map. I think this map will be a very good map for Onron. I mean, we already saw Tiki doing amazing things with the Onron. I mean, I didn't comment on it much, but some of those plays were just completely...
The character that I want to see on this map is actually Mizuki. Believe it or not, as much as I like the other characters in comparison to Mizuki, and I think Mizuki might actually be one of the weaker characters added to the list out of the 5, I think Mizuki on King's Row is going to be pretty dang powerful. With a lot of close quarters, a lot of like group up opportunities. People are going to be stuck inside of his aura. So I think there's going to be a lot more pressure to need to disable him. Need to take him out. You know what I mean?
Yes, for sure. I mean, I think Mizuki might be one of the weakest, but we are talking about new heroes. I don't think Mizuki's weak at all in the meta.
Definitely not.
He still feels very strong. I mean, maybe not as strong as the other heroes, but he's quite a fascinating support, and it is a very different support style than a lot of others. And he just gives so much versatility with his teleport. Because you're right, you will need to force him out and shut him down. But with the recall teleport, it is so hard to actually get him in a position where you can do that without using 2 to 3 players to force his position.
Yeah, And we have also gotten word that we're getting a BAP ban. We got a Zen ban. We got a Junk ban.
We won't be seeing the Shoot
Which we
Junkrat
won't be
today.
seeing Shoot Junkrat on this
Not
map.
in this
I'm
map.
actually so sad. This would have been a pretty good one.
This would have been the perfect map.
I do know the man's favorite map, and if we see the favorite map, we are probably seeing the Junkrat come out. Although I didn't hear a Doom ban.
That's
I
true.
did not hear an Echo ban, and I also did not hear either of the Ventures banned. So there's a lot of options here. And if we're on King's Row, you know Beatlord might even consider Reinhardt here.
I will be so excited to see the Flying Reinhardt.
Listen, if I see Beatlord Velo Reinhardt 1v1ing, I will be happy. I will be happy. And then it looks like that our final ban is going to be Briggs. So that is BAP, Briggs, Zen, and what was the last one? Junkrat?
Junkrat.
Which is very interesting. I did not know that we could ban 3 supports. Either way. I mean,
that definitely limits our support line. We do have way more supports than we've ever had in the game, but we're still limited here.
I think the most interesting thing is no Brig ban. Wait, we're getting word that the ban is changing. Either way, I'm excited because the fact that we have a restriction on the characters is also going to force a one tank playstyle, which I think people don't understand. One tank is valid. It's not always valid, but it's okay to run one tank in 66.
I mean, for sure. We've definitely had metas in the past where running one tank was optimal even in open queue. But we still can see the double tank. It will be harder to, but we can still see the double tank for sure. I mean, having a Flying Reinhardt with a Domina on the ground. I mean, Domina is a poke tank, but she is so hard to push. She just had so much survivability, even with the recent nerfs. It'll be hard to do much as long as the Domina keeps the distance.
It will be very hard. I think the most interesting thing you could possibly do, though, think about it this way. If you get like a Juno Mizuki Jetpack Cat and get a pretty good inty tank, you could come up with some really creative ways to engage.
That's true. You can Juno ring your Jetpack Cat to fly faster, can't you?
Yeah, Jetpack Cat isn't affected by Lucio for some reason. Like, Crossfade Aura doesn't work, at least from what I've been experiencing as a Lucio main. But what I have experienced is that Queen Shout, Juno Ring, those should still work for Jetpack Cat.
That will be phenomenal to see if we do see that come out.
Yes, yes. I also want to double check the Lucio Jetpack Cat later. I believe we're going into the map right now, which is going to be great. I'm excited.
Now entering King's Row.
But we shall
match.
see once we're in the map. Gosh,
I tell who it's on defense yet.
I want to see more from TG Brad and Haywire. I haven't seen enough of them as players yet, mainly because I don't know them going into this. But I'm excited to watch and learn how these players really bring their play to the table.
Haywire, it's going with the Mizuki. That'll be exciting.
See, that's
This
what I'm
character,
saying. That's what I'm talking about.
this character has so many different movement options with their teleport. I mean, you can use it just as a dash to engage or to get out, but you can also just go on extremely risky flanks and just get out for free.
Also, I find it extremely entertaining that that the catnappers are actually going to be running Team Talon plus Jetpack Cat. Oh, and it looks like we're going into a pause right here.
Possible disconnection.
Yeah, I believe it's a disconnection. We're gonna be getting a player right back in just a moment. Um, but either way, a team talent coming out from Catnappers is very interesting here. Because to be completely honest, it's relatively balanced. That's a
I mean,
perfect 2-2 right there.
just some internet problems here for one of our players. But yes, no, the team talent. I mean, Vendetta's banned in almost every game I play, but I love this hero, and I'm excited to see what Tiki can do with them, especially with uh with how uh with how they played the Anran. The Anran was so strong, and Vendetta with this kind of almost pokey comp will be hard to get value on, but definitely not impossible. You'll just have to play your life very hard.
I think that's very true. The important thing that we're gonna be looking at there is gonna be the fact that this is a very close quarters map. Mix Vendetta with Mizuki, and you're gonna have a pretty deadly combo, especially if they int their brains together. And then you look at the rejects. I know that the audience can't see, but we're looking at an Orisa Domina. And
The Ursa Domina is going to be a very hard comp to push
it's
into.
going to be a very hard comp to push into. And Tiki's really going to have to look for those picks pretty deeply onto Vestrin. And it looks like we're coming out with a little bit of a different comp. We're not running King Talon anymore.
The Sigma just immediately being able to take high ground.
It's insane. It's insane. There was so much ability to just take that space. Wait, we are back on Team Talon.
We're just going for the opening pick on the Widow, and we're back to just full brawling.
I don't doubt that the rejects are going to be on the back foot here.
They did get a pick of their own and mostly lived. They should be able to hold close here.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we're going to see a lot closer of a map this round, especially since we have the close quarters and the characters on the characters coming out from the rejects are a little bit better geared towards it at the moment. And Secret just finds Vestrin alone. Not to mention Shoot's down as well. Shoot's probably getting a little bit too aggro.
The flanks coming through from the Catnappers is just so powerful.
Yeah. There's so much hard cover for them to play around that Tiki is just allowed to walk. And Shippy, if he really wanted to, he doesn't have to stay in main. He can just go and be up top anywhere, really. I've been waiting to watch him use the grenades for like a rocket jump, because he does have that ability to do.
Honestly, I am not familiar enough with Emre as I'd like to be. He seems like such a strong character, but there we go.
Massive nade pick from Brad on the beat. That's gonna be down to support. But Shippy's popping his override protocol, and Pyroja is just allowed to live. I think at this point, we're just going to see that the Catnappers are going to be able to keep pushing, keep taking that space.
I mean, just having the ability to have your Sigma be on all of these inaccessible high grounds is such an advantage. And I mean, Bree's just been able to get Pyroja up there every fight before the rejects can really contest him.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of flexibility that you can have with the four characters here, and it's really showing Sigma's just that strong.
I mean, the cat is just doing so much work for both of these teams. I mean, Shoot being able to get Velo up to that high ground, it seemed to be the only thing that could contest Pyrosia. But even then, Bree just came back with her own ult.
I also think that the most interesting part about Jetpack Cat's team, at least, is how well she fits into Poke. I was expecting her to be more of a dive character, but the ability to fit into Poke, take these extra high grounds that Poke normally can't, because most of the characters don't have that mobility, it's just so fascinating.
It's such a strong ability. I mean, it's like having a Life River Petal, but just forever at any point, and then just so much other versatility. The ultimate from Jetpack Cat, it's, I feel like, one of the strongest in the game right now. Or
It really is. It really is. And Tiki and Chippy are just gonna find some really good value here, with Tiki being allowed to live, and Chippy popping to another override protocol. And it doesn't matter that Veteran's trying to stick on Chippy at this point because
Shoot gets 2?
He gets 2 with his ult. I didn't even know that was possible. Wait,
I didn't either.
No. Shoot got one and then Bree did.
Both cats getting one for their...
Got one with their ult, so it evened out the fight, and therefore... Hey, the good news is that the Rejects seem to have found their footing.
That was a lot of ults from both teams, but I mean, the Rejects are still coming up on more. They've been playing aggressive with this Ryan the entire time. And it's looking to be paying off now. Oh!
But Velo goes down early for over-aggering. And I think that's just going to be an instance lost for the Rejects. The Rejects are stuck on back foot now.
The Catnappers will definitely be able to get their footing again, or the Catnappers will definitely be able to get their staging, but the Rejects are out of this. They have the ultimates.
Massive backwards shatter from Velo, but it doesn't matter. There's no follow-up ready. Looks like the Rejects are just getting a bit too creative.
The ult from Reboot, though, can she live? I mean, it definitely delayed the team long enough.
Shoot finds a kill on Beef Lord, and Reboot was able to live a little bit. Tiki Totem found dead in a ditch, and Velo on the Doom. Velo's coming out on the Doom.
We do get to see the Doom.
We do get to see the Doom. That man, he's either Chipsa or he's Sparka. There is no in between. Sorry, Reiner is actually more accurate since he's a tank player.
And I mean, it looks like we're going to see the Reiner at least a little bit. He definitely saved the point for his team there.
He really did, and he's taking the high ground to keep that advantage.
The Stigma not being able to retake it.
The double barrier is just so strong. Oh, and the Panopticon out from Aragon finds Velo so easily. TG Brad with the override protocol finds Chippy but dies soon after. And then Tiki with the big old sword. This is a closer fight than I was anticipating, but Tiki's just starting to clean up. Even if Tiki dies here to Brad, I think that we're looking for a hero play from Velo to try to save this point. And Velo's living!
I mean, Velo's doing such a good job for the stall.
He really is. He's only really getting stopped by the rock, but now that Haywire's down, it's only going to be up to Jetpack Cat field. And Velo's going to need to not hit.
The ult coming out from Vesson. Finding that Sig Pick, it's so big.
It really is, but Chippy does the Emery diff with the Sanctuary on top of him. I think that's probably going to be round. That's a massive overtime. Like, they've just solidified that if they can push, like the Rejects held that so well. If they can push into third point and they can cap that third point, they've solidified overtime for themselves. So they have a win con here. It started with an absolute roll from the Catnappers, and now we're getting to that point where The rejects have a chance. And I'm looking to see what's gonna happen here, especially if
mean,
there's a jetpack cat ult, you know?
the rejects definitely found their footing on that third point there. It seems that they adapted to the tempo a little bit and were just able to hold their ground. We saw them fighting for the high grounds more and trying to stop them from letting Bree just get them set up on the catnappers on the high ground. And with Velo playing the Doom and the Queen almost exclusively, we definitely, I feel like, might see more aggression from the team this time on attack. Them being on defense, I mean, that might not have been their strongest showing. We might see a very good game here.
We might see a very different round, especially since Reboot being a tank player, she's probably got a little bit more footing in here, because her playing Jetpack Cat is great and all, but this is generally her bread and butter role. Also, the hack fist on run, even though shoots down early, they're on attack now. They have the ability to reset if they need.
They do have the respawn advantage.
And Tiki's down! Tiki's gonna have a longer way to travel than that hack fist and Jetpack Cat. Especially since Jetpack Cat, if they really wanted to, Shoot can find a pick early.
The Vendetta does have
alive.
such a fast respawn or rollout, though. We'll see if they can push in fast enough.
That is true. That is very true. And it looks like we're gonna get a little bit of action from Velo here, kind of dying immediately, and then Reboot following safe. It looks like we're just gonna get the cat members pushing straight into the reject spawn here. This first point is really gonna be the toughest part for them, I think, especially since like everyone hates the capture point part of the game.
Yes. Hybrid has been promoted in my book to the new worst game mode.
I'll stand by it.
As long as they can get their off angles here, they definitely can still make something work.
Yeah, the biggest issue here is now that we have Bree has found 2, and I think there's just currently a very dominant hold coming in from the from the catnappers. Pushing into Orisa Domina is going to be extremely hard.
It is. I mean, especially with the Vendetta, like there is just so much that you have to be afraid of at all times in this game. But the EMP coming through.
Massive EMP coming in through from Best Friend, and it's going to be a big opener. It's going to allow for a lot of more opportunities, especially since they're probably going to be able to cap the point here. Unless the Jetpack Cat can come in and touch.
That is the hack fist that we've been waiting for. It looks like the cat's coming, but
the cat manages to get in touch with the Orisa. I don't doubt that we might see a Terrorist here who's able to build it.
So many ults coming out here from both teams, both sanctuaries.
And Reboot is down, Shippy is down. And the Doomfist ult coming up from Velo. Velo finds 2, shoots down, and we got a tether on the Jetpack Cat. That's a cap. That's a cap.
It up.
And Velo's just gonna be able to keep making space, especially since Bree is gonna be able to carry Pyroja out.
Being able to get your tanks and just anyone in general out of the fight that fast, it's so good. I mean, it just completely stopped the rejects from being able to continue this strong advantage they've built by getting staggered.
Shippy's playing Fest pretty early, and Tiki's also down as well. It's going to be a very even fight here, especially between the Jetpack Cats. Honestly, I think the difference maker is going to be to see which Jetpack Cat can help initiate those picks.
We do have lots of ultimates coming up from both.
That's this Jetpack Cat, Kara.
You can move with that?
You can move with that? Whoa,
I had no idea.
What is happening in this? I'm a little lost after that.
So much just happened there.
The rejects are not winning the fight. So wait.
You're trying.
Hero play from Velo. Velo finds 2, possibly about to get a 3rd, and can probably solidify that kill on the Domina. Velo made a massive opening. That's insane. I think we're seeing Reiner today.
That is definitely Reiner.
That is
We
definitely
don't
Reiner.
have chips in the lobby.
Not chips are nowhere to be seen. That is a Reiner wholeheartedly. Honestly,
What an
I think
insane-
Chippy should
I mean-
start picking it up. Like Chippy's got that drum corps under his belt. Show that world bandit. Massive Panopticon from Reboot. It's gonna be heavy pressure and
Both
essentially try
Sanctuary.
to keep people alive. But the Sanctuary doesn't matter. You can't heal through a Panopticon at all. You have to break those shields. So that push is just auto won by Reboot with how much that Panopticon helped.
Such a strong ultimate. Such a good ability.
it
It
really
definitely
is.
has a decent amount of ways to shut it down, but as long as you are patient with it, like Reboot is, I mean, she didn't feel pressured, she didn't get it eaten, and that can just automatically win you fights, like we saw.
I'm excited to see how this fight is going to go down, especially since Chippy's going to be looking for a override protocol here. It's going to be very easy to get Besting out of the fight, and Chippy gets traded by Hydrosapphii. And it looks like we're getting consistent trades out here from both teams. We see Brad finding Chippy and Haywire going down to Aragon. That's a Terror Surge and a Meteor Strike. The Meteor Strike is going to be very hard to pull off, especially since there's Panopticon coming out from Aragon.
I didn't see where the Panopticon went though.
No, the Panopticon went on Velo. Velo could not heal, he could not leave, he could not shoot.
Taking Vela out of the fight there definitely sealed the deal.
It definitely did, it definitely did.
We are coming up on another Tadal from Shoot though. Last time I believe the Orisa just fortified it, but I don't think he'll let that happen this time.
Yeah, I think Shoot's going to be able to find Chippy here, which will be great, and I believe Reboot is close to finishing the build on Panopticon, which means that even if this fight is lost, which it looks like it's won, looks like the Rejects actually lost. No, the Rejects won that fight. Even if this fight hasn't lost, Reboot is in a position to possibly get another large Panopticon here, which can help keep them in check for OT.
That's such a big ult.
Massive! It's such a massive ult. Reboot's Panopticons are on deadlock.
Taking Reboot out.
Ree gets a massive pick on Reboot, and TP gets the ult off on Vest. The Panopticon does not matter. It does not matter how much. It does not matter how much we have deadlock mentioned in the chat. All that matters is that you better prepare to die. Like,
It seems that like the Dominas are such a strong force in all of these team fights, but what's really making the difference are these cat plays.
I'm excited because we're about to get another Panopticon here from Aragon.
Oh,
And
what a
massive! It hits Velo again. Velo just dies immediately. But Shoot gets the jetpack captive. And Vestry gets a massive UMP, I'm pretty sure. He goes down, Pyroza goes down. Yeah, that's absolutely over.
Rejects.
That's gonna be an instant cap, right? Unless
It's too early to tell, but they're definitely making their way there. I mean, Chippy's with the only one with an ult.
She doesn't die to Sombra, just barely. And they're going out on the Doomfist, they're gonna try to do this fifth Velo.
Can they touch?
They don't get a touch. That's OT solidified. Now this is gonna be the hard part here. We can tell that Domina is, well, how everyone calls her, the Dommy Mommy. She is the dominant force here. There is no way in hell that you can swap off of here. off of her. Even if we didn't have the restriction of the 4 characters, Domina being played here is so important. I don't know. I think Reboot and Aragon are going to be the playmakers here.
I mean, they've definitely been like this entire game. It seems to be just trying to get your Domina in a stronger position and using your angles to do so. I mean, Velo's been taking up so much space, and with that, Reboot's just been able to have so many good ultimates, so much pressure just from the poke alone. And then same with Aragon. But these cats, these ultimates, like, they seem to be making or breaking the fight. Just being able to take one of the Dominates who's just doing so much work in the mid fight out completely.
I kind of forget that Domina is actually a stagnant tank when it comes to mobility, because of how often, because of the fact she came out with Jetpack Cat. You just think of Jetpack Cat when you think of Domina.
It's completely changed how you build.
Oh my
teams
god,
up.
it's 130 above! Holy shit! It's the world champ diff. It's the world champ diff from Shippy. Holy hell.
And he just keeps getting them.
It's completely dominant from the catnappers here. And the
That
Rejects are gonna
early
be in a
fight.
really bad spot. They're gonna be in a really bad spot. No ults online.
That early fight, it's so important to win as a defender. I mean, you just put the attacking team in a position where they can't take space before going to point.
Immediately, Veteran goes down. Shippy's just got that on lock. And he finds 2! He found 2! And Bree gets
The
a
cat
third.
scratch.
The cat scratch is insane. There's no way for the rejects to win this point. So we're gonna have to just hope that the
They get a
rejects
touch.
can get. They get a touch, but Shippy's just so dominant on that Bastion here. I think the biggest thing that we're gonna have to hope is that the rejects have just as strong a defense here.
Score 3-3.
They definitely could, but I'll be interested to see what Velo comes out on, whether or not it is the Doom or the Orisa, as like the Orisa seems so strong on the defense and such a hard force to push into. But
Yeah.
being able to keep, I mean, it's just a rough spot for the rejects now, because you put the catnappers in a position where they have enough time to be able to just build ults, and they know what they're shooting for. They just need that one tick. If they can just get their ultimates, they can really just make a play with them. But we'll see if they're actually able to get them online.
The
It will
most
be close.
Okay. I know it's a lot to ask, but straight up, I want to watch Veteran pop here. I have seen their Widow. I've seen his Widow improve so many times. I've seen it over a long amount of time. If anyone is going to be the turning point here, I think it's going to have to be Veteran. Unless Reboot can hit the biggest of Panopticons, or Haywire hits the maddest of flanks. I don't know. I think Veteran's going to have to be a difference maker.
I completely agree. Like, Veteran was dominating when he had those Sojourn ults, and being able to stop catnaps before they get ult charge will be so important here. And using the Widow for that means it's a very good way to do so.
And Shippy is actually going to be hard pressured here into a suicide. But Reba goes down to Aragon, the Domina dip. We're going to have to hope that somebody can get a Sanctuary here, I believe. TV Brad is probably going to have to be the playmaker now.
The Zarya with full energy.
It's only half. She's not that much of a threat. I say as we lose Fellow and Haywire and Shoot and Veteran. And at that point, it's just the Catnappers win that 6 easy.
What a match, though.
What? Well, what a map. I believe we got one more map.
Yeah, it's my bad. My apologies. That was exciting.
Please tell me this is the Jetpack Catnap.
It's got to be the
Please
double.
tell me. Please tell me. Yes!
It,
Wait. Oh my god. Yo, that's crazy. Dude, I love watching Shoot play this game. I'll be completely real. Anyone who says that man can't shoot is wrong. Well, anything that you're hoping for in the next map?
I am really hoping to see some junk come out. I mean, we talked before about the triple fire, and I would still love to see that. But if you get a Junkrat in there, I mean, then you could just rain more grenades from the sky.
Listen,
And
all I need is a Junkrat with a jetpack hat. That's all I want in life.
I have faith.
Either way, I believe we're going to be going to a 5 or 10 minute break. We should be back soon, but we got to take a small little halftime so that people can go use the bathroom, get their water. I have my water right here. So yeah, we'll be
I need
back.
to be drinking mine as well.
Yeah, drink your
Hydrate.
water. Hydrate or dihydrate. That is my message. All right.
Of
We'll
course
see
it
you
is
soon.
hydro.
We'll see you soon.
Now entering King's Row. Initiating match. Ready for battle. 30 minutes until our match.
We need to get hydrated and energized. Alex, catch. Hydrate and energize. It's time to get good.
Until our match.
We need to get hydrated and energized. Alex, catch. Hydrate and energize. It's time to get good.
Until our match.
We need to get hydrated and energized. Alex, catch. Hydrate and energize. It's time to get good.
Holding your breath, trying to ready yourself for whatever I'm gonna do. Will I drag you in bed, trying to fix it with sex, or will I tell you I'm done with you? I know I'm complicated, kinda crazy, but will you stay the night? I know it's hard to trust me, but if you let me, I'll make it alright. I don't ever mean to take it out on you, and I don't want to hurt you, but I always do. I don't have a clue what's fucking wrong with me, but I'm always turning on the ones that love me, and I don't ever mean to. No, I don't mean to be cruel. Dropping the L's like there's nobody else, but there's somebody on my heart. I'm trying my best to fall in love with myself. Never thought it would be this hard. I know it's complicated and frustrating. You wish that I were fine. I know that it's a lot to couple problems. Yeah, I'm trying to work on them. Yeah, I promise I'm working on them. Well, your weight is I'm working on them. 'Cause you know I don't ever mean to take it out on you. I don't want to hurt you, but I always do. I don't have a clue what's fucking wrong with me, but I'm always turning on the ones that love me. And I don't ever mean to. No, I don't mean to be cruel.
restrictions still, but very new team comps. I mean, having the Doom and Orisa band, those were two of the go-tos for both of our teams here.
And with how much open air exists on Rialto, we could still see that triple flyer. Like I would be so ecstatic to see triple flyer. The only thing that they would really have to worry about is that Emery.
I mean, the Emre has been quite dominant. I mean, even like the grenades have just been getting the kills when we need them, but it is never out of the question. Seeing the jetpack cat dunk people into water would be such a treat, though.
I will say that catnappers have like a lot of the catnappers have really been pulling their weight. And it really goes to show that the catnappers have such a strong team. I will say my attention is still primarily on Shippy and Tiki because they're just finding these openings that allow them to do what they want to do, right? Between Shippy on the Emery and the Bastion and Tiki on Vendetta and Onrun, like Tiki's got the flanks that make you shit your pants, and Shippy's got them fearing him like he's a ghost light. So I think it's just, as much as I really am rooting for the underdogs with the rejects, because I won't lie, I have a little bit of a favoritism. It's worth noting that I really do have to respect the catnappers. The catnappers have been doing such a good job.
I mean, the catnappers have been playing phenomenally. I mean, not just individually, as you've said, but as a team and a whole. The timing between their tank pressures and just the flanks. The timing is so good from them right now, and it seems that it's just been paying off for them. That's not to take anything away from the rejects. I think they've been doing quite well as well. It's just it's hard to find the openings that they are looking for with the comps that they are playing. They are playing so aggressive and possibly a little too aggressive, but they are getting the picks when they do go in. It's just it seems to be missing that little bit of perfect timing from each other.
I agree. And now that we're going into now that we're going in the map with Rialto, here's what I'm really hoping for. If we can just see a little bit of conservative gameplay from the rejects here, making sure that they play their life a little bit more, making sure that they really flow with that push and pull, especially since they do have a Domina, or they're probably going to be rolling out on that Domina, and they have two fairly confident tank players here. I'm just hoping that we can really see some truly, not eccentric, but truly exciting gameplay that allows us to see a reverse sweep, or at least a potential for it. I really want a good match today.
I mean, I do think that conservatism is all it would take from rejects to get back in this. I don't think a reverse sweep is out of the question. It's just they will need to switch a few things up of how it's been going. They've shown that they can do the aggression when they need it. Looks like we are going to be doing a listen-in with the catnappers as this match starts, though.
Perfect. Let's go.
Top of them? Can you put me directly top
Oh
of
my
them?
gosh, they're here to listen!
Oh my god. Go. I'm going.
Alright, I'm taking high ground.
Go. I'm here. Rocking down that fucking mess. Sorry, I missed.
I'm not dead.
Sorry, no bubble. Help! Put me back up there. I want to go back up there.
I shoot it slow.
There's someone on the back height.
Thank you. That's not fair. That's not fair. Keep pooping me off. That's not allowed. I'm going on to Zarya. I've had enough.
That one.
Good Zarya.
Sorry.
Guys, oh my gosh.
I wish to be on their. I wish to be on their high ground. I wish to be on their high ground.
Wait, where's the?
I wish to be on their high ground.
Oh, Ash on height. Ash behind.
Bring me to
the Ash one.
I am able.
Got it.
We are.
It's so exciting. I'm actually excited to see Shippy on the Echo. I haven't seen Shippy's Echo in forever, and I absolutely adore it. Wait,
I mean,
how long has Echo had shields?
since release in 2019.
No, that's fake. No way. Mine's just that dumb.
It's okay. My bad.
okay. Cool.
Might not be that old. I feel
will say, that was an instant cap for the Catnappers, though. Like, that was those hard comms were really helping them win that fight, or win that point overall, really.
I mean,
That's
the
been falling off the
timing.
map. Not ecstatic about that one, honestly.
The timing from these echo flanks are just perfect. I mean, it really just there's not a lot you can do as rejects here. I mean, the Zarya, I liked the pick, but it's looking like we're going over back onto the double shield from both of them. It's such a strong composition right now.
It really is, and I think it's also worth noting that Velo is going to be probably the stronger off-tank here. He's had experience in 66 as opposed to Reboot, so Reboot playing the more main tank-oriented dominant here, it's going to be very important that they get that flow down together.
It is.
It just looks like rejects have no way of really contesting them. These have been instant caps for both teams, and it looks like there's just not going to be a single recontest. We already have 3 dead. It's so fast to follow here.
I mean, it's so hard to find your footing once you've lost it against this dominant Sigma comp. Like, with Shippy in the backline, and I mean, even like a Beatlord, just like, there's not a lot you can do. You just have to push together as a team, and we're just missing that.
Alright, we have a Sanctuary out here from Beatlord, and it's going to allow for a way just extremely clean capture of third point.
And
That was
Shippy with a second ult.
That was an absolute roll. I have not seen Rialto cap so fast before. Actually, that's a lie. I think I saw Decay help Dallas Fuel get a really fast cap that one year.
Initiating match.
That was such a fast cap.
It
I
was
mean,
so fast. I was not expecting that to be as... Like, the last 2 maps were so close.
they were. That will be hard to come back from for the rejects. But I don't think it's necessarily that we're seeing that much stronger of a performance. We are just not seeing. They just lost their footing, and it's hard to re-find. But it does look like we will be doing another listen to the rejects and seeing how they recover from that and what their attacking plan is.
It's going to be really exciting to see if the Catnappers are going to be able to get stomped just as hard as...
Go again.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna hop on.
Yes!
Okay, so I'm gonna try and wall in the tank and wall in someone anyway, and we just full converge on them.
I will try my best, sir. Yes, sir.
2, 1. Attackers in.
Hey, watch Yemray. I'm rotating around. I'll get. Let me get.
I'm just gonna.
You have Daria height. Something here. Reaper in room. Reaper in room height.
Looking at it.
Yep, he's bubbled. Destroy shields. Destroy their shields. They're all height still. All still height. Dominant's low. They're all low.
Hold on.
I'm shouting the same.
Here, right here.
Looking.
Kill the Emery. Dead. Nice.
Come on,
Stay alive.
Look at
Look at the cat.
Hello. I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you gotta stay behind cover.
Oh, their tank was in the back. Whoops.
Yep. This Dominer's trying to walk.
And it's going to be a very interesting round. I'm excited to see if, if they can really bring it back, especially since TE Brad is in the backline. It's looking like it's going to be... He's dragging aggro of 2 different players.
that is such a good play as this music key. I mean, this is what you've got to do on this hero. You just got to get people to look on you on these off angles and live.
But I think TG Brad is just gonna get marked by Shippy a little bit too easily here. We gotta hope that Reboot and Velo, who just swapped to May, are able to keep a good frontline pressure here. And with Shoot on the Joker Queen, it's gonna be a much different round.
We do have a very different, I mean, it's a very similar team comp, but many players have swapped around roles. And I am hoping to see, I mean, there's still much hope for Rejects here. They are coming up on a lot of very powerful ultimates. They will have to play around this grab though, but that will be hard to do. But if we can get a good shield off and Maywall from it.
He finds Veteran, and that's gonna already be a great opening pick for the fight. And I believe Bree has picked up Brad. That's just 2 picks in the lead is on. And even with the ult health from Velo, I don't think it's gonna matter because Ruby goes down, and we're probably gonna see Shoot go down shortly. But Velo finds Kiki. And like I said, Shoot just goes down. There's not gonna be much else we can do there.
It won't be enough. It was a good attempt, but it just wasn't quite enough. And I mean, they are the Catnappers doing such a good job rotating their ultimates, but Aragon goes down.
And Vesman's got an ult here out from with the override protocol. I'm waiting
Just
to see if
taking
he's
so
gonna
much
get a header
space.
kill. And Shoot and Haywire find 2 picks. It's gonna open up a lot of space for them to really try to look to capture this point. They are probably going to see a second fight here though, with Tiki Totem probably pulling out an override protocol and Pyrosha getting a grab.
They have to be ready for that. They have to be playing up here and just playing around these ultimates. They have early ones. If they can get them off, it'll just be a contest of which team goes first.
And the override protocol comes up from Kiki. We're looking to see a heavy blast, and even if the blizzard comes out from Velo, it doesn't matter. 2 people are already picked, putting the Catnappers in a much better position.
It's such a close trade though. There's so many.
It's going to be up to probably Zestrin to make sure that they stay alive for the touch. Because I don't think Reboot's going to make it, and I don't think Haywire can get someone to point in time.
Haywire's going for it.
Just Haywire to make the touch? Just
Lord
barely,
takes them
no. Man, that last map was dominant from the Catnappers.
That was definitely the most dominant performance we've seen from them. They played their angle so well, and they just lived every engage. I mean, we did see a couple picks from the Rejects, but they just played the Catnappers just continuously played around that double barrier so well.
The thing that genuinely makes me a little bit sad about this match is how close the first 2 maps were, and then looking at this map itself. This map was a complete switch up. I believe we're going to be looking to interview one of the players in just a moment. I think we probably have an MVP choice. I'm almost certain. But what would you say is your player of the match?
The player of the match? I mean, there's a lot of good to pick from. There were a lot of different playmakers, and I mean, just with the 6v6, some fights get so chaotic. It's hard to give it to one player. I think I would have to go with, I mean, Velo carried some of those
Velo did really well on King's Row, but honestly,
Yeah.
like, you can't ignore Aragon. Aragon did a fantastic job on the Domina today.
It really did feel like every fight was around how good the Dominants were, like, dominating the fight and what each team could do despite that. I would go with Aragon.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that Aragon is player of the match, even between the casters and the audience. And I think we're going to be looking to go to a short break, coming back with the interview after. Shouldn't be too long. But I will have to say that in my heart, those Panopticon plays from both teams were just so good. And Kings Row was honestly such a well-established game. Even with
Kings
how
Row was a
dominant
joy
that OT
to
was.
watch.
That OT was very dominant, but gosh. Anyway, we'll be back. I hope you guys stay and stick around for the interview after the match.
Bye-bye.
And we are back with our player of the match, Aragon. Oh, it's such a great time to be alive, I would say. I will say before we get into our post match questions, I was ecstatic to watch your Panopticon gameplay, especially when you played Dominant. Like you just seemed to have such a presence over the playing field. Space, would you like to ask the first question?
Audio troubles.
Sorry, what was that, Erica?
Oh, I think our player of the match is having some audio troubles at the moment. We can hear you. Can you hear us?
Barely. Yeah. Aragon.
Well, while we're trying to fix these audio problems,
I mean, yeah, we'll just take a second.
Oh, Aragon,
can-
can you hear us now? Yeah, his aura speaks for him. I agree, chat. I agree, chat. Our humble king, his aura
I'm
speaks volumes.
We are just keeping
I'm
you in
so
suspense,
sorry.
chat.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready now.
Okay, you can
Welcome
hear us?
back.
I can hear you. Yeah. Yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Space, do you have the first question?
I mean, a lot of these games seemed so revolved around the Domina being such a strong hero right now, along with the cat. How does it feel playing with the cat in the Domina mirror? I mean, you have so many options with positioning.
Yeah, I love playing with the cat in the Domina mirror. For example, like on the King's Row map, the cat pulled me up to the high ground at second point. That was just such a powerful position to be in, you know? And it just gives so many options playing with the cat. I love
It
it.
even with the Sigma, it seemed to be like such a dominant force. Like just having any of your spam tanks that can't usually reach those high grounds up there, it seemed to be such a playmaker, especially on King's Row.
Yeah, I
I
feel like we're gonna start to see that more and more in these kind of games where suddenly like tank on a high ground is something that you have to contend with.
Now my first question is going to be: did you have a favorite new character that you got to play, or at least within the last few days since the patch has dropped? I feel like we've had an opportunity to have so many different playstyles between all 5 of the new characters, and I'm kind of interested to see what your perspective is on it.
I have enjoyed playing Domina. I've been playing a lot of tank recently, but I think my favorite is still Jetpack Cat, you know. I just love playing Jetpack Cat. I'm sad that I didn't get to play Cat today, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. You had a dominant performance. What can you say?
Yeah.
Um, and then I would say my last question, before we go back to space, is totally going to be like, do you think that this would have been a much closer match, say, if you had to play 3 of the new characters instead of 4? Do you think that that restriction being lifted a little bit would change any of the outcomes that happened today?
3 instead of 4. No, I don't think so. I
Ooh.
think I think the energy that our team had was just so good. We kind of calmed well. We all kind of knew what we were doing before each fight. It was just a wonderful kind of team to play with.
Gotcha. Well, that's pretty sick. All right, space.
So playing the Domina and being so you said you're playing a lot of tank recently. What is your favorite tank right now? Is it Domina?
Um, you'll usually find me playing Sig, but Domina just because she's so powerful. Yeah, I do enjoy playing Domina. Yeah, but I also mostly play Sig.
Well, hell yeah, dude.
Domina is such a fun character right now. Definitely strong, but
Yeah.
I feel like they did well with her.
Now, I feel like it is important to ask, is there any socials that you have or anyone that you'd like to shout out post match?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out my team, the Grub Grove. We're competing in AOE in Australia. And I'd like to shout out my good friends who joined me watching the stream. So like Sam and Beeve. And yeah, I just like to say thank you for all the support.
Hell yeah. Well, I'm so glad that we had such a good time today. Um,
And
I
thank you for participating
thank
today.
you
It
so much for
was
participating.
such a fun time to watch.
Yeah, thank you so much for putting this on.
Yeah, of course. This is stuff we love to do.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I believe that we don't really have much else to discuss at the moment. So thank you so much, Aragon, for being here. And I hope that I hope that everyone watching had a great time today. I hope that our players from both teams really did enjoy their time playing. And personally, I had my own fun casting. This was one of my first times castings in a long time. Haven't done it in about a few years. So I I hope everyone has a good day. You know, I don't really got a good segue out of the stream, so I might
I
need a
do
little
not
space to take that segue.
I do want to say, yeah, thank you for both of the teams who are participating. It was a little last minute, but we appreciate everyone being here and participating. It was so fun to watch and to cast. This is my first time casting, but I have had a blast today. And I'd also like to thank chat. Thank you, chat, for joining us in this match. And I hope to be seeing more in the future.
Oh, and actually, real quick, I would love to thank our other production members for today. Real quick, before we
True.
go. First of all, I would love to thank our W observer, Topher. Man was doing some pretty good camera work today. Love that man. Love that man. Love that man. Normally an Apex player, but you know, we pulled him into Overwatch for a little bit today. And then can't do everything or can't do anything really without our dude Allison. Allison has put in so much work here. If we didn't have him, GitGud wouldn't exist. This show match would not have gone on. This stream would not have gone on. I wouldn't have gotten another chance to cast. So realistically, please W's in the chat for our observer Topher and GitGud master Allison.
Thank you, production.
Please. Thank you
Appreciate you
very
being
much,
here
production.
and letting us be here.
Okay, so the disembodied voice of the producer is cutting in here really quickly. For those asking, we will be live tomorrow at both 2 p.m. EST, if everything goes well, and again at 8 p.m. EST with the grand finals of our 6v6 experimental tournament. Those are going to be some really fun close matches. They won't have the embargoes this match did. This was just a fun one to see what 6v6 would be like with the new heroes.
Well, hell yeah. Please do show up tomorrow. It's going to be a great time. But yeah. Nevertheless, I do want to thank you guys for actually donating today, giving us those 5 gifties, the bits, all that jazz. Such a good time. And genuinely thank you so much for giving that to us, because believe it or not, us in production will actually make some money off of that. Thank you guys for watching. And honestly, I'm excited for tomorrow. I hope you guys come and join the stream. Please watch, and you may even see one of our players from today be casting tomorrow.
Oh, that is true.
All right. Over and out. I hope you guys have a good night.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.